Almighty. Let's see. Can we order it? Child. I was determined to get in here. Alright, so while this is letting you guys know that I am here, I'm going to put the thumbnail on. It took me forever. I had to go and choose a couple of orientation devices on Google Play Store. I don't know why YouTube does that. Alright, so I think I'm good. Delete forever. Let's see. Child, I was over here barely making it. I'm like, damn. I put an old video that I had out so that at least something could be out. And I had been off the grid. You know what's interesting though? Like, I don't intend to be gone that long. And then it's just like, all of a sudden I start getting busy and my clients, and I be adding people throughout the week. And then it's just, I just get crazy. I just go crazy. I just go crazy, y'all. All right, I think I'm in the building. I know I tried to test it a few times, and it's been nothing but a big headache. But I feel like I'm in the building. Let me look at it on my phone. All right. Okay. This video is going to be about whatever we want to talk about, honestly. It's going to be about Diddy, Nicki Minaj, Cardi B. It's going to be about whatever we want to talk about. I mean, it's not any particular order. It's just that whoever we talk about the most is who's going to be on the thumbnail. But for now, this is who I'm going to put on the thumbnail, just in case, just to make sure. Let me make sure it looks good. Okay, because I sure was like, oh, I was over here barely making it. A whole 41 minutes later. Okay, let me go into it. Okay. Yep, that looks much better. It was just like flipped upside down. Hit the like button too, guys. It was just flipped upside down and I couldn't get it out of it. I couldn't get it out of the flip. And it was driving me crazy. So, okay, we in the building. I'm here. I'm here. Now, if you see it lagging in any way, let me know. Because, you know, I'm in an area where it's always something going on with the Wi-Fi. I don't care what Wi-Fi I have. It's always got something happening with the Wi-Fi. All right, so we got a few people in the chat. We're going to get started, and then when other people join, you can just join. It's been a minute, but let me share this video. And I'm going to put live, now live. Because by me being gone for so long, it might not notify everybody. So let me put now live. All right, then we're going to get started. All right, so perfect. All right, so ooh, let me see what that was. On Windex. All right, so let's get into it. I'm ready. We're going to get started. And we're going to talk about a few things. And again, it doesn't have to be in any particular order or anything like that. Let me see if I can see y'all in the chat, too. Hold on. Okay, let me go back in here and see if I can see y'all in the chat, y'all. Whew, it was like rough getting in here. I was like, what the heck? All right, so as you can see on the thumbnail, that actually looks pretty good. I'm going to have to get another picture of Gunna. We're going to do... Oh, okay, so I see people in the chat. Perfect. We're going to do a few readings. Feel free to drop whoever you want to talk about first in the chat. Is not in any particular order. And again, we got about 4 sets of cards. We got about 10 people so far, but more people are built. We got Teal, we got Monet. What's up? What's this? Who's in the building? And more people will build as we go to do our live stream. How y'all been? What's been up? Let me make sure I don't have my other shirt showing. I be cold, y'all. I be really cold. I be like freezing. I am like somebody who is really anemic, and I really get cold really fast. So maybe hello in the chat. Okay, let me also too, let me share it on Instagram real quick so people will know that I'm in the building. I'm gonna share it on Instagram real quick. All right, y'all. So who do y'all want to talk about first? While I'm about to cut this and share it. Who do y'all want to talk about first? Do y'all want to talk about Diddy? I think we should talk about Diddy and get him out the way. And I'll just kind of give like some commentary, and then we'll pull a few cards around him. He really, really, in his mind, for some reason, he really thought that he was going to be going home today. I know a lot of analysts did talk about, like, that he could go home with time served. But when we talked about when we did our reading, official reading on him, I was saying in that reading, I don't see him doing more than 5 years, if that. That's what I actually said. And I will link that video. I didn't believe he wasn't going to get any time. I believe that he was going to get something. But I definitely see where, people are very divided. Some people feel like he got a slap on the wrist, while others feel like, they feel like that it was appropriate. So based on, your opinion, tell me how y'all feel. Do y'all feel it's appropriate? Do y'all feel it was fair? Like, what do you think about the sentence for Diddy? And then we're going to pull a few cards. I'm just linking this so that people can come and check it out. But do you feel it's fair, like what he got, the sentence? Or do you feel like they gave him a slap on the wrist? Because technically, with time served, and I think he has to only do 85% of the time. I mean, he can cut that time down, I believe, to like a year, to almost 2 years, right? And then just don't even talk about if he decides to try to go for a pardon. I mean, you never know. Trump has been paying attention. He's always involved in nonsense. He might decide to go and pardon the fool. So give me your opinion on, let me go back to YouTube. Give me your opinion on what y'all think. Do you think that he got off easy? Let me see. TGIFIF. What's up? What's up? I think it was fair. All right, so you think it was fair. Anybody else? We're going to pull a few cards. Ooh, this one's popping out. I think it was fair. You think it was fair. So you said you think it was fair considering he was acquitted on most of the charges. Well, trust me, this to me, when you see the Eight of Wands, that represents scrambling, that represents discord, that represents dispute. For whatever reason, he really had in his mind that he was going to be going home. Like, that's probably why he scheduled that appearance, right? Even though they try to say, well, it wasn't really like what you think it is. This represents he's in an uproar. His team is in an uproar. They're very upset about like what's happened, right? His family's in an uproar. He really believed he was coming home. Again, this represents the action that was taken. It was kind of like they panicked, right? This is probably why the lawyers started crying and Diddy started crying and everybody started crying because they were in a panic about it. I'm gonna be honest with you. I personally feel it was fair. And I feel it was fair because the main charges were actually dropped. The RICO and the other thing were dropped. So I think it was fair. And I mean, you have to consider, he didn't just do nothing. He tried to make it seem like he was just a John. He orchestrated all of this. All of this happened because of Diddy, right? Everybody who was a participant because he created this. It's like you created this storm, now you want to cry. Like, what are we doing here, right? Now, you can agree or disagree that, you felt it was fair. You felt it was, I mean, one man I saw, he was interviewing, he's like, he felt like he shouldn't have got anything. But I don't feel he shouldn't have got anything. I feel that he orchestrated all of this. He created a bunch of nonsense. He brought a bunch of negativity and darkness into his life. And this is the outcome of it, right? He was being abusive, not only just the cats. He was being abusive to the women he was dealing with. He was being abusive to the employees that he was around. And even though he wasn't on trial for abusing people, they did still consider that he is dangerous. He has a certain amount of dangerousness connected to him, right? And You got to think about the victims in this situation. Even though people's like, they participated, they were willing, they did this, they did that. Some people, they got a lot of women out here that will go be with a man, get their behind whipped, and still be with him every day. It's called, Stockholm syndrome. A lot of people do it. I feel it was fair, in my opinion. I feel it was fair. But again, everybody can agree to disagree. Give me the energy. Sure, you like the video. Make sure you like. Thank you. Make sure you like the video. More people will come later. We'll just keep on. What are your questions for Diddy? I'm gonna leave this up to y'all. So right now, they're completely upset. They're completely blindsided. This is what they didn't expect. And that's probably why they really sat down and created and slated appearances. And he was doing all this stuff. One step closer to being home every day. And now you have to do 85% of your time, and you got 4 years, and he's only been in there for a year and maybe some change. So he's going to be there. If it gets fuzzy, or if it's like, if y'all see that it's slowing down anyway, let me know. Because I see that it looks a little bit fuzzy on my end. I do struggle with Wi-Fi challenges. All right, give me the energy around. The judge almost made me feel like he was going to throw the book at Diddy. And then he turned around and only did 4 years. Give me the energy around that judge, that Diddy judge. Because he was making it seem like he was about to give him 11 years. And then all of a sudden, he just took a left turn and just gave him the 4 years, 2 months. What is going on with that judge? So the judge has in his messages the justice card, the card of justice in reverse. That judge is going to face some obstacles. This justice card represents the judge is going to face some obstacles because of the way, like, I guess, I don't know all about the law, but just know the justice card is kind of like Diddy's team is going to bring that lawyer, that judge, through the same thing that Tory Lanez is doing. Like, he didn't follow the process. He was considering stuff that he was acquitted on. You see this? This represents the justice, the judge itself. So if you start hearing that they're appealing, if you start hearing that they're trying to go to the Supreme Court to look at legal errors, don't be surprised. Don't be surprised if you see that, because this justice card represents, like, the judge was considering things that he shouldn't have been considering the fact that he was only charged for the Mann Act, right? That he was only convicted of the Mann Act. So if you start seeing, like, if y'all see that it's fuzzy, let me know. Because I'm seeing fuzziness. If y'all start seeing that they're trying to tie this judge down and bring this judge through the ropes, don't be surprised, because it's here. It's in the justice card in reverse, all right? So that's what they have. It looks like it's just getting, like, the Wi-Fi is not looking good. But I'm going to keep going. And how does Cassie feel about this situation, Spirit? This is why I hate going live. Because look at that. Just, I hate going live. I really hate. Hey, Nicole. That's one of my regular clients. Monday is one of my regular clients. Paradise is one of my regular clients. What's up? Tela's one of my regular clients. How you doing? I'm going to keep going, though. Give me the energy around. How does Cassie feel about the sentence? Truly feel. Cassie got the Moon card. She's got the Queen of Pentacles. Cassie sitting there with the check. We're in the money. We're in the money. Okay. 8 of Swords. 5 of Swords. I still feel she feels like he got off. I still feel that he got off, right? When you see that 8 of Swords in reverse, that represents, in my opinion, like, well, when you see the 8 of Swords in reverse, like, you can say, okay, I at least he got something. But when you see that Queen of Wands in reverse, that's like saying, I feel like he got off easy. I feel like because think about it. What's 3 years? And 85%, doing 85%, plus you already got time served, he gonna be in and out of there, right? But at the end of the day, she's in the money. I hate this. See, this is why I don't go live. Look at that. I'm gonna still keep going, though, because then y'all can just listen to it. But she's in the money. She's the Queen of Pentacles with the 10 of Pentacles. She's in the money, right? When she says, I fear for my life, I'm afraid of him, I'm concerned, she's not lying. She's got the moon card here. The moon card represents, you know, like to feel afraid of somebody, right? That's what she has in her messages. You don't know what he's going to do. But, sweetie, if he wanted to touch you, he could touch you whether he was in jail or out of jail, right? Like, let's be for real. People still be getting things done right up in jail. I mean, I'm gonna be for real. So if he wanted to really touch you, he could touch you, right? Five of Swords as well as in the messages. This represents conflict, right? And so I do see where she does feel concerned. She does feel concerned. All right. So I do feel like she does have in her messages, at least he's got something. At least he's serving time. At least he's not just doing time serve. Eight of Swords. I accept that. I understand why they did it. I feel like they made at least they made a decision to keep him versus just letting him go. Because he really thought he was going. All right? But in the meantime, in between time, she's got the Queen of Pentacles and the Ten of Pentacles. We're in the money. We're in the money. Girl, you got enough money to hire some security. Let me say this to y'all. I do not trust her husband at all. I don't trust him at all. And the reason why I don't trust her husband is because I feel like he was involved with her at a time where she was still involved with that nonsense and he was entertaining that. You know, I feel like, when she said that part about she was in bed with Diddy talking on the phone with him, I'm like, sir, you were allowing this to happen, right? And then think about it like this. What man gonna be with a woman that was doing all of that? Like I could see down the road, I could really see this man have to really love her. But I could see down the road this man eventually separating from her and trying to get her money. Because there's no man on planet Earth that would even be involved with a woman like Cassie at this point. I mean, as beautiful as she is, the situation is disgusting. And she's basically been violated in 20 different ways, and from the rooter to the tutor. No man wants a hoe for a wife. Let's be for real. Unless he a pimp. And if he a pimp, then he cool with it. And to me, he giving me he cool with the shit because of the money. I don't know. It's just something. Something is not right with that. Because there's no man in his right mind that would be with a woman that basically is washed out. Then shit. She didn't. I mean, and some of the men she was having sex with, oh my God, some of them was disgusting. Some look gay. Some of them, no, I'm sorry. Let me say that because I do have some kinds of. Some of them just that's not about them being gay. It's about some of them look disgusting. How about that? Some of them look disgusting. Let me scratch that part. Just some of them, like that dark skin one, he looked so disgusting. That dark skin skinny one with the messed up teeth, he looks so disgusting. Right? I don't know. I just, ooh. Alright, so maybe he knows it was the drugs. Girl, maybe I'm, from New Orleans, but I don't know no man that's going to be, no man that's going to be dealing with that. I'm sorry. A man barely wants you when you got when you done had too many baby daddies and you done had too many dicks. I mean, what you talking about? She done done the most. But anyway, all right, so maybe she was high. Yeah, maybe she was high. Okay. Maybe she was high. And then we'll be looking down the road. She'll be like some of those entertainers that get on the news talking about how her husband divorced her out of the blue, or divorced her in secret and was with another woman and was using her money. Oh, this nonsense. Alright, so that is on Diddy. Diddy, give me the energy around Diddy and all of that. Will Trump pardon him? Will he get a pardon from Trump now that this case is over? Well, the one thing you can at least finally say that this chapter is closed, right? Even though he has a lot of other stuff going on, at least you can say this big chapter in his life is closed. Give me the energy. Will Trump give Diddy a pardon? He has the King of Swords, the Two of Cups, Temperance, Six of Pentacles, Six of Wands, Star card. That's giving me on the fence. That's giving me like really on the fence. He does have the King of Swords for Diddy, and I know he felt a certain way about when he felt that Diddy was shading him. This could be like, even if I did a deal with you, like Two of Cups is here. Even if I did a deal with you, it looks like our Wi-Fi is clearing up a little bit. Even if I did a deal with you, it's going to come at some high expense. You know, it's almost like making a deal with the devil. You know, if you do a deal with him, because he does have the Two of Cups here, which is to come together with him, to listen to what's being said, to listen to what's being offered. So he does have that here. But there's some messages in reverse that make me feel like you're gonna be, you know, not that he not the devil, Diddy the devil too. But it's like you're gonna really be making a deal with the devil. Yeah, it's clear now, huh? I see that. Six of Pentacles in reverse too, right? Six of Pentacles is coming with some strings attached. So it feels like he could try to make a deal with him, but it's gonna come with some strings attached. He has the Six of Wands too. That represents an attempt. So I wouldn't be surprised if Trump does try to, with some back and forth and some manipulation and some strings attached. I can see him trying to make, because that Six of Wands, it is an indicator of something being achieved for personal gain. You know, you got to think of the Six of Wands like to promote somebody, to give somebody something that's positive, right? But it looks like it could come with some, you know, some expectations. Maybe once you get out of jail, you gotta, you know, claim your allegiance to Trump and say you pro Trump, and you know, you know, when he, you know, you support what he's saying and all that he's doing, you know, like, because it comes with consequences. But I'm not gonna rule out that it could come with some positives. Like he could try to do it. It does show he can go back and forth though. When you see that King of Swords and that Temperance, that could represent back and forth. Yeah, it looks better. I'm glad I didn't just cut it off, because I started to just say, you know what, forget it. The Wi-Fi is always giving me a problem, and we got the best speed. It's just terrible. Like, that's why I hate going live. That's why, honestly, if I had better like my Wi-Fi is the top. It's top notch. This the area we always have. We losing like the transformers going out. Something's happened with the Wi-Fi in the area. But if I had better Wi-Fi, I would definitely be live a lot more often. It's just so annoying. It's easier to go live because I can go live, say what I want to say, and then get off the live and just launch the video, versus having to plan it all out. I can just boom, get on the live. So that is on Diddy. So obviously his kids, you know, we saw that in his messages. His family was disappointed. Everybody was disappointed. Everybody was in a panic. Everybody felt disillusioned by it. He feels disillusioned by it. If you want me to give my opinion, I feel he deserved the time. I feel he shouldn't have just been able to just skate free. I've said that in my previous videos. I wouldn't be surprised. I said I would be surprised if he gets 5 years, if that. But I feel like he's going to get some time. I did say that. I stand by that. Do I feel like he should have gotten 20 years? I don't know about all that. You know, no 20 years. You know, nobody getting the 20 years for domestic violence, and you damn sure not getting 20 years for being a John. So if you want to be fair, you know, if you wanted to be fair, he shouldn't have been getting no 20 years for that. Aren't they gorgeous? Even that other little girl, she's so cute. All right, y'all. So who we talking about next? We got Cardi B. We got Nicki Minaj on the thumbnail. We got little Young Thug, Mariah the Scientist. We could talk about Glorilla, Gunna. Who are we talking about next? I think that's it for me with Diddy. Let me say for the record, he deserved to be in jail. Like, period, point blank. He deserves some time. Nicki, Mariah, Gunna, Nicki. Ooh, look at Marsha calling Nicki a cokehead. That's Nicki Minaj. I know you be snooping around on these videos. I didn't say it. It was Marsha. Marsha called you a crackhead, not me. Marsha did it, not me. I'm just repeating. Okay. So don't come. I know she be watching these videos. So don't be. She be watching there. She be all over. You know what's crazy is that she be all on. She be all on these, like, every blog. She's watching every. She's watching Twitter. She's got so much time on her hand. She's literally watching every little thing that's happening, that's being said, that's being done. She literally is paying attention. That's for sure. She be clocking it, y'all. That means she really be watching it. You know, she be clocking it. All right, since I'm talking about Nicki, let's go with Nicki. We can always do Mariah and them next. Give me the energy around. You know what? Let's do Mariah and them. Mariah the scientist. Is she truly done with Young Thug? Is their relationship over for good? He claims that they broke up. Is she done with him? Queen of Swords, Nine of Cups, Three of Swords. There's definitely tension. Two of Pentacles, Seven of Wands, Page of Swords. They're coming back together, child. Now it's gonna be a rocky road, but they're gonna come back together. They have the Two of Cups together. Together, unity, partnership, a couple, still have a connection for each other, still have love for each other. They have the Nine of Cups as well. You know what that Nine of Cups means? A change of heart. That's one of the meanings. Coupled with this one, this represents there will be a change of heart. Change of heart. Now this is 9 months. That's 2 months. So this is given between now and the next 1 to 12 months. 11. 9 plus 2 is 11. The next 1 to 9 months, this could be some sort of reconciliation. I think she would be a fool to take him back because he's working on it, y'all. Listen, he's working. He's in his messages as the Seven of Wands, and that means he's working towards trying to build something healthy with her. I wouldn't be surprised if he'd be willing to, not that he would go to counseling, because he already said counseling's out, but this is a person who's going to try to pull out all the stops that he knows in order to make something happen. So that that Seven of Wands, he's not letting it go that easily. He's just not going to let it go. He even has a Three of Swords. And this represents, and I want to make sure, forgiveness. Right now, she has moved on. She's in her Queen of Swords with that Three of Swords. She has moved on. That Queen of Swords in reverse. I'm mad. I'm pissed. I'm hurt. I'm upset. You're fucking playing in my face. Right? That's what that means. But girl, did you not know that was going to be your turn was going to be next? All them videos he talking about. What's crazy about it is the same stuff he accused Gunna of. The stuff that he mad at Gunna about. The stuff that he's standing 10 toes down in, he did the same thing. He literally on a video giving somebody a name. He's literally on a video actually saying so-and-so's name. He literally did it. But to me, I feel like you deflected. Because it's like Gunna took a plea deal. Your brother took a plea deal. Eventually, you started giving it up. Y'all all doing the same thing. So how we pointing fingers? That's like we all took something and we telling on each other. That just don't even make sense. The relationship is gonna be up and down, up and down, up and down, up and down. And let me say this to you. If she think that he gonna change his evil, ugly ways, she got another thought to think. He's in the Page of Swords. This is a person who, the one thing I don't like about Young Thug is he's childish. He's really, really childish. He's emotionally immature. Anytime he's on a phone call as a man having that much conversation to that degree like a female, he over here just shooting strays at Glorilla out the clear blue sky for no apparent reason. She getting hit with a stray for what reason? He over here expecting he got an entitlement issue. He expect Kendrick Lamar to be doing this, and he expect Gunna to be doing that, and he expect everybody to be doing that. Then he getting on the call with a woman talking about when we gonna have a baby. He don't even talk like that with Mariah. He don't even talk. Just imagine for a second, y'all. He don't even talk like that to Mariah. The way he was trying to be sexy on the phone, trying to be romantic, he don't even do that. He on the phone with Mariah like they're two best friends gossiping about people. But when he get on the phone with a female, he all in it. What's up, baby? How you doing? So when you gonna have a baby? Okay, bet. All right. I'm like, yeah. I'm glad you feel that way. Look how he talking to this female on the phone versus how he talked to Mariah. Does he even see you in a romantic light? Cause it's like, damn, he in there talking to this female like he trying to make something pop. He trying to make something. It's my sister. I'm gonna tell her to call that. He trying to make something pop. You know? But he literally on the phone with this female. So anyway, to answer the question, what's up, Jessica? To answer the question, they're gonna end up back together. They're gonna end up back together. To answer the question, and trust me, sweetie, he ain't changing his ways. He might temporarily change his ways. He might somewhat change his ways, but he's the page of swords. He gonna be back on his nonsense. He is so immature to me. He is the most annoying person. And let me say this. See how he was online trying to drag everybody, dog everybody, say this, say that. Look how that karma came right back to his ass and got him. Can I ask this question? I'm acting like I'm talking to one of my clients. She is beautiful. Did he ever think for Glorilla? Because Glorilla is claiming that he got in her DMs asking what color was her eyes. But what I found, let me just deal first. Did he find Glorilla attractive? Is this why he did this to Glorilla? Why did he bring Glorilla up? And why did he talk about her like this? She's an attractive woman, right? We all had a glow up since we were little. Page of Cups. He's attracted to her. A feeling. Now that feeling comes with, like, I feel she's sexually attractive because this card could represent some potential. So he had a connection with her. He felt something towards her. Page of Cups is a feeling. And he watching her, right? You watching Glorilla, and you want to sit there and talk about something with Glorilla, right? You want to get on and drag Glorilla for what? She's cute as she could be. I like Glorilla, right? He has the Four of Cups. So that means he was trying to come. He was contemplating, right? And then the only way he got exposed is because of what he did, right? Three of Pentacles in reverse. Now shit all and then hit the fan. But you have the Nine of Cups of Glorilla. That means you felt a little something with Glorilla. You felt something with Glorilla. But you're going to sit there and drag Glorilla. That's what's crazy. You know what? If I was Mariah, you know what I would have said? What are we talking about Glorilla for? I wish my man would sit here and talk about what you think about so-and-so. She thinks she Rihanna. I'd be like, why are we talking about her for? But see, Mariah's so stupid and so goofy and so dangy, she's sitting there entertaining it. Anytime your man bring up another woman about how she look and what she do, you need a red flag. What you concerned about her for? You talking to me. He over there, yeah, Glorilla thinks she Rihanna. Big head, big eyes, big mouth. I would have been like, what this about? Because my question is, what we talking about Glorilla for? Why she coming? Why you out the sky talking about Glorilla? He sound like the way that conversation went, sound like he brought Glorilla up. And then he tried to say, oh, remember you had mentioned it. No. You brought Glorilla up on that phone. So clearly, just like these messages say, you felt, you seen Glorilla online. You've been watching Glorilla. Then you're going to get online and say something about her. So Mariah could say something about her. So then the next time you can have another conversation about Glorilla and another conversation about Glorilla and another conversation. You got to watch these men. I'm telling you, my sister told me this story. I'm going to tell y'all this story right quick. She told me the story about this guy she used to know. And they all went to the club, right? You know, I'm in New Orleans, right? So her and her friend, this girl she used to be cool with, they was, always hanging out in the club, popping their fingers and shit like that. So my sister said she used to know this guy, they was cool with this guy, but the guy would always be like, why you be hanging with her? She ain't nobody, why you need to watch the company you keep. Listen to this now. So is my sister the girl and the guy? The guy always talking about the girl. Why you hanging with her? She ain't nobody. You gotta watch the company you keep. Pay attention to this. One night they go out drinking. My sister and the girl, they get drunk. The guy comes, he picks them up from the club, he brings them back to my sister's place. The girl is on the sofa sleeping. They put her on the sofa sleeping. My sister and goes and she takes a shower. She says something in her intuition told her, don't get in the shower. She just let the water run, right? So he hears the shower going. So she just letting the water run. Why would she go out the door? He's trying to take the girl pants off. But this is the same girl you had a problem with, you didn't like, she wasn't shit, she ain't shit. This is the same girl you were saying all this about, right? But the minute you had an opportunity, you was trying to get her pants off while she was drunk. And my sister was in the shower. This is a true story. So you have to watch people when they be up here trying to bash people, say little things, because they might secretly have little crushes. They might be secretly attracted to the people. Right? So then what happens is my sister threw his ass out. And then the next morning the girl woke up and guess what the first thing she said? Did somebody try to mess with my pants? I felt like somebody was trying to mess with my clothes. I don't know. I can't remember how my sister explained it. The way they say that to throw you off, yeah. The way my sister explained it, she basically was trying to let the girl know something was happening. But remember, this is the guy who he had a problem with her. She wasn't shit. She ain't shit. Da 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 da. And the minute he had opportunity, he was trying to pull her pants down when he thought my sister was in the shower. You gotta watch these men when they be bringing up these other women. Even when they talking about their coworker, she always getting on my nerves, always in my face talking to me. Acting like she be trying to get on a nigga. Pay attention. Pay attention. Pay attention. Pay attention. So he's working hard to get Mariah the scientist back. And they do have messages. Hey, Tila. They do have messages around reconnecting, right? It's given between now and the next 12 months. But ultimately, the relationship will fall apart. Ultimately, the relationship will not sustain. Period, point blank. Emotionally mature, and he's going to do it again. Period, point blank. All right? So that's on Young Thug. How does Gunna feel about Young Thug constantly throwing him in the media about being a snitch? Does Gunna care? Does he not care? Is he over it? How does Gunna feel about Young Thug constantly bringing him up on in interviews? How does he feel about it? He have a problem with it. The double card is here. That's like saying let me say this. There's also a way that this represents to control somebody. So that's a way for the Young Thug to control how people see Gunna, right? That double card is about trying to control somebody, trying to make them look weak, trying to have power over them. This is what that means, right? That's what it talks about. Also, that Seven of Swords is in reverse. The Seven of Swords is somebody that's doing something deceptive. And, or what have you. Now, I do feel, Gunna, you was running your mouth. You did make some statements that may have been taken into consideration. You're not innocent. But when you ask, how does Gunna feel? He's the King of Pentacles. Of course he feel like he's negative. He being vicious. He on some bullshit. Because let me tell you something. If this was a street person, somebody would have probably got the issue by now. Right? Because you talking about me crazy, you playing in my face. And see, when you see that double, that talks about to make a person look weak, that's like saying you disrespecting Gunna. You trying to make him look weak. You trying to play in his face. You trying to get other people to disrespect him. That's what he's trying to do. Right? So he sees this. But he's seeing it as a manipulation tactic. When you listen to Young Thug on the phone, he talked a lot like he was didn't okay, I might let y'all answer the question. When you heard little Young Thug talk about Gunna, what was your perception? Give me a couple of words in the chat. What was your perception about let me ping you a message. What was your perception about like Gunna? I mean about how Thug felt about Gunna. The first thing you think of was you like Gunna is I mean Thug is what towards Gunna? Is he mad at Gunna? Is he disappointed at Gunna? Like what is the feeling? He act like Gunna was his honey. What? Wait, his what? He said what okay. When you think about Thug and the things that he said about Gunna, do you feel like he was hurt? He was mad? He's jealous? Do you feel like he wants to control him? Like, what do you feel when you hear the things that he says about Gunna? Like Young Thug, what does he say about Gunna? My opinion, I feel that he's disappointed, and then I feel that he's jealous. The person who put it in here, he was hurt and jealous. I feel he's jealous. There's a lot of jealousy energy with him, like the way he speaks. He speaks like, even that part where he says, I'm going to put a music out the same day. He put music out so that I could sabotage him. You know what I'm saying? Like that's to me, that's tactic strategy to hurt him, right? Even though Gunna went out his way to still help his family, make sure his dad was good, he's disappointed. I do feel like there's some disappointment there, but there's also a jealousy factor there. But the third thing I also think is there's a control thing there. There's something about trying to control him. I low key, Gunna low key got bigger than him. Yeah, that's true. That's true. So, that's what you have here. Mariah the scientist, she was like, she broke up with him. She was really hurt, obviously, about what was being said. But what was the thing? Because he had cheated before, right? And he had been sneaky before, like in people's pictures. What was the straw that broke the camel's back with, Mariah the scientist as it relates to Young Thug? What made her just say, you know what, fuck it, I'm done. We done, She has a tower moment. Well, I mean, shit, girl. Listen. You're sitting here laughing and getting your kiki about Glorilla and everybody else. Now you had to get a tower moment, right? Tower moment means her world fell apart. Everything she thought was happening wasn't happening. I sat here and I held this ugly Mr. Magoo motherfucker down, and now I didn't experience a tower moment, right? This tower moment could be all of that. This tower moment could be, you made me look crazy. I'm embarrassed. You messing with my brand. You messing with my face. I done got caught up with people talking about me thinking I'm part of the mess. The tower moment represents you bringing disaster. My pride is broken. I feel like I've experienced a downfall. Yes, that's a perfect word. Humiliated. She's experienced this. See, this female is falling. So this is how she felt. She was falling. And look at the guy right above her, like right above her. And he's falling too, but she's falling. So all of this stuff, you at what I mean, I know they would listen. When you're on the phone with your little boyfriend, your little honey, your little sweetie pie, yeah, people be talking about shit. We talk to your husband, people be talking about shit, right? But it's like you sat here and let him disrespect Glorilla. You sat here and thought the shit was funny until you heard he was on the phone with the little female talking about when she want to have a baby. That's when you thought everything was funny, and that's when the joke stopped. That's when it was no longer funny when you found out he was doing that. But this represents a downfall. She probably will. This hindered her in the industry with her connections and career. She probably thought he loved her. I don't doubt that he doesn't love her. I just think he's emotionally immature. I think he wants her, but he still wants to he's still playing. That's what I think. Give me the energy around the question that they had was, will this hinder her? Six of Wands. Listen, that fell out. Six of Wands fell out. You said, will that hinder her? And the Six of Wands in reverse fell out. That could represent people seeing her like she's disloyal, that she is sneaky, that she is two-faced. This could represent people not acknowledging her like they usually would acknowledge her. Six of Wands is like, you know how people say, yeah, congratulations, I love you. Those same people could turn around and stab you in the back. Or those same people could, the Six of Wands is all about one of those cards where as much as people love you, just like with Drake, right? People love you, they could turn around and say, we're done. You're done, right? So Mariah the Scientist has the Six of Wands in reverse, which represents a lack of recognition. Some punishment coming her way. People seeing her as dishonest. People seeing her as disloyal. People seeing her as messy, right? Even though he was doing it, she was engaging it. She was entertaining it, right? And it wasn't until she got her lick that she had a top moment. So it does, and the Six of Wands is to affect your your creativity, your career, how people see you. Wands is all about imagination, creativity, the fire that you bring, your career, all of that stuff, Does he still locks? Does he still look at his ex? Give me the energy around. Does Young Thug still be trying to like spy on his exes, check for his exes? Is he still sneaky way before this, like before he even got caught with the phone calls? Nine of Swords in reverse. Shady character. These cards just falling out for him, huh? Damn, I don't have to do that much work. Thank you, Thug. Nine of Wands in reverse. Shady character. Somebody who will reach out to somebody, right? Somebody to reach out to somebody that's a shady character. Boom. Boom. Now that just means that could look like anything though. That could look like he on her page. That can be like he that could be anything. He's still doing sneaky stuff. That doesn't necessarily mean he's dealing with the person. That just means being shady. A shady boots, most some of these men, they get out here and they be doing little shady slick side stuff. All right. So that is on Young Thug. I was trying to figure out what he was doing at the damn jailhouse. I mean, weren't you tired of looking at the jail? Did you try to fight to get out of jail? You took some type of deal where you got 100 years of probation. Why are you over there performing on the jail steps? I'm just trying to understand that. You should have enough for the jail. Okay. Anyway, anything else about Young Thug before we move on to will Gunna continue to have success or will he be affected? Queen of Swords. Queen of Swords for Gunna, when you ask that question, it's kind of like saying, I'm still going to be on my mission. I know what I need to do. I know what I'm supposed to do. Yes, I don't like the mess, but I'm still on my mission. Queen of Swords is about having clarity, perspective, clear-minded. And also, too, this also represents we no longer like that. Like, we separated. Me and him will never be like we used to be. We'll never be like we used to be. Queen of Swords is to be separated. To be separated. All right, a whole mess. Yes. All right. Anything else on Mariah the Scientist, Young Thug, Gunna? Give me how did Glorilla really feel about him calling her out like that? How did Glorilla really feel about that? Was she hurt? Did she not give a damn? How did Glorilla feel about Young Thug saying she was ugly? Eight of Pentacles. She was hurt. But this also represents a hypocrite, right? You're a hypocrite. Look at you. Look at your face. You ugly ass mother. Hypocrite. But she wasn't happy about it, right? That represents, like, that's like to hurt somebody's feelings. That's like to shatter them, to try to break them. That's like to affect them. Like, even though she come off real hard, real tough. She's still a sweetheart at the, this represents, and even though she, this could represent we'll never be cool like that. He tried to even go in her chat and like something on her page. Boy, bye. I heard that distract. It was good. I like that. I like that a lot. I like that. All right. Anything else about Young Thug? Mariah the Scientist, Glorilla, or Gunna? Anything else? If not, we can move on to Nicki Minaj and Cardi B. For the people that's coming in later, the video was fuzzy at the end. I mean, in the beginning. But like about 10 minutes into it, it got better. So don't y'all make sure y'all look at it. It does come up, but you could just listen to it, right? Just listen to it. And then all right. You need to book a reading? Come on, I'm ready for you. Yeah, some people booking a day. You know what's funny? Even though I don't be on YouTube, I still be having people booking. And I have a lot of people that want to do same day, next day appointments. So I still be booking people, and I still be I be busy. I be having 5 and 6 people a day, sometimes 7. People still be booking, child. All right, let's go. So let's get into Nicki Minaj. Who do you think started this mess first? Let's ask the question. I want y'all to see. I want to see if y'all caught something. Who started this mess first? Who ignited this firestorm online first? Was it Nicki Minaj or was it Cardi B? Who leaked the phone call? Well, before the phone call was leaked, Nicki Minaj was going off, right? Nicki Minaj was... Wait, Cardi B was going off about people. But I'm talking about Nicki Minaj and Cardi B. Who started this first? Why do y'all say Nicki? Okay. And y'all feel like it was out of the blue? I seen tweets in real time from Nicki started it. Got you. Who leaked the phone call? I got you, Vanessa. So Nicki started it. Y'all remember an interview that Cardi B did with Gayle King? This is before Nicki got online saying anything. I want y'all to pay attention. Y'all got to pay attention. Now, whether this was for Nicki or not, let me just say this, and I'm not taking no sides, but I feel that Nicki may have perceived something, and this is why she went off. When Cardi B was promoting her album, she did an interview with Gayle King. What did she say to Gayle King? No, was it Gayle King? No, it was not. It was Angie Martinez, not Gayle King. What did she make a comment about with Angie Martinez? She's made a comment about when her and Nicki Minaj back and forth online. Anybody catch it? If anybody catch it, what did Cardi say to Angie Martinez that she repeated in the dispute? Anybody caught it? This is before it went online. This is before it blew up. This is before Nicki said something. What did Cardi B say to Angie Martinez that Nicki repeated, that Cardi repeated in the beef that they had online? I'm asking. Anybody caught it? I caught it. Had to drop the album. She comes running. Okay, can y'all answer the question? What did Cardi say to Angie Martinez that she repeated in the beef to Nicki? This is before Nicki got online, before Nicki started blowing up, before Nicki started going crazy. What did Cardi say to Angie Martinez? And she brought up her son when she was discussing it. She brought up her son. What's Cardi B's son name? She was talking about her son. If I'm gonna make it easier for you, she was talking about her son, and she was talking to Angie. You got it, Carla. You got it, Carla. You got it. Carla got it. Listen to Carla. Carla said, "When the girl says no, it means no." She did an interview with Angie Martinez. This is before the beef fell out. This is before Nicki got online, went cuckoo. Y'all gotta pay attention where something comes from. You got to pay attention. Even though she was talking about wave, she said, the one thing I'm going to teach my son is when a girl tell you no, she means no. Then when her and Nicki started beefing online, that's when she brought it up again. Y'all got to pay attention. Stuff y'all be thinking people just coming out the air doing stuff. Now, Nicki, was Cardi talking about her particularly? Maybe, maybe not. But I caught that myself. She said in the interview with Angie Martinez, when a girl what will you teach your son? And Cardi said in that video with Angie Martinez, when a girl tell you no, she mean no. Why would you say that out of everything that you can teach your son? I mean, what? Like, what are we talking about here? What are we talking about here? So you didn't say I want him to be respectful. I want him to be honest. I want him to be strong. I want him to be I don't want him to be coddled. The first thing out your mouth you said was, when a girl tell you no, she mean no. Y'all ain't listen to that part? This is before the beef. This is before the fight. This is before Nicki came out swinging on her ass. Y'all think stuff just be coming out the sky. Y'all just think Nicki just got online and just started going crazy. People be saying stuff and then be acting like y'all know what's going on. Y'all didn't catch that part? Go listen to the Angie Martinez video before. Let me see the date on the Angie Martinez and the Cardi B video. I'm about to tell y'all. I be paying attention. But I'm just that type of person though. Hold on. Let me see. Didn't see the interview. If you go back to the interview, that's exactly what Cardi said. Because they hate us on her. Oh, well, that's true. But I'm just saying, this is why the whole thing ignited, in my opinion. Now, we can ask these cards, but Cardi said this in an interview. Let me see the date on the Angie. When did Cardi and Nicki start fighting? Let me go to the Angie Martinez and Cardi B interview. Because this interview was like about a week ago, right? I believe it was like a week ago. And Angie Martinez was looking at her like she was crazy. Like, girl, that's what you're going to teach your son? Like, she was looking like, that's the first thing you mentioned? If she wasn't married, who was she married to then? All mothers should teach their son that. Okay, gotcha. But we talking about like why this could have possibly ignited a fire. And she never said Nicki's name. She never said the interview with her were weeks before the album. Exactly. So Cardi mentioned her brother as well. All I'm going to say is this. All I remember is that Cardi did a video with an interview with Angie Martinez. This had to be about a week ago. And Angie was saying, what are you going to teach your son? And she brought up, when a girl tell you no, that means no. And I thought that was strange. I'm like, well, why would that be the thing you teach? Like, I mean, that's a normal thing to teach your son. The interview happened 11 days ago. When did Nicki and Cardi fall out? Like, what? A few days ago? Right? When did they fall out? A few days ago? I don't know. All I'm going to say is that's when I felt like something took off. Because 11 days ago, she said, I'm going to teach my son when a girl says no, say no. And then when her and Nicki were beefing in the, I found the interview. When her and Nicki were beefing online, that's when she brought that up. With Cardi B's relationship advice to men, asked her some real life questions. I don't know the timestamp on it, but she pretty much said, this was 11 days ago. And she pretty much said, when a man says no, when a woman tells you no, she means no. I think this is where some of this came from. Now, you can take it for what it's worth. I'm just saying that's what I heard. So 11 days ago, Cardi says this, and then Nicki gets in the online and starts going crazy. That just, to me, didn't happen in a vacuum. But Nicki, my love, you are married to a man, whether you like it or not, that has been accused of snatching the coochie. I mean, it is what it is. I mean, he went to jail for it, right? So you can't get mad every time somebody make a statement surrounding that. Cardi could have been talking about you subliminally. I mean, she could have been talking about you. She could have not been talking about you. At the end of the day, if that's what she feels she want to teach her son, that's what she want to teach her son. But let the facts remain, and I love Nicki Minaj and her music. But the facts remain, hon, you married a man who was accused of this behavior. I remember anything Cardi say about Nicki, gonna think it's for her, about her. I remember that was strange at the time and thought about Nicki. People know what they're doing, like read the room. She should teach him about awareness of women like her. Oh, touche, Tamika. But I'm just putting it out there that that's where I felt it came from. Because she did this interview with Angie Martinez 11 days ago. And when Angie Martinez asked her what she was going to teach her son or whatever, she brought up, when a woman tell you no, that means no. And I thought that was strange. Like, what? Like, not to be strong, not to be fearless, not to stand on business, but about rape. And I was like, what does that even have to do? What is she even talking about? And then right after that, that's when Nicki Minaj went off. I'm just letting y'all know. Nicki is going through a midlife crisis. Okay. This is the same woman who drugged the men and robbed them. Like, it was like, okay, gotcha. What's up, Toya? I believe Cardi was thinking about Nicki when she said this. I'm just letting y'all know. So sometimes, that's why it's good for other people to have an opinion, because that's where I picked it up at. That's why I was asking y'all. I wasn't trying to be a teacher. Like, do you remember? But I'm like, y'all don't connect no dots or nothing, huh? Y'all just, y'all just think people just, y'all not connecting no dots to what somebody said. So now, like, that's why I was asking y'all, like, what did Cardi say 11 days ago, 2 weeks ago, that she repeated when she was beefing with Nicki Minaj? She literally said it. That's what I'm like, that sound like she was. Will Nicki Minaj marriage to Kenneth Petty last? Page of Swords, Six of Swords, Hangman. She gonna hold on to that little man as long as she can. Because let me tell you, the more people tell her not to do it, the more she's gonna do it. Eventually, the relationship does show that they fall apart. Remember, Cardi was saying something online about she can't trust the husband spending the money. People talking about the husband on the streets because people in the streets know Kenneth Petty. There's some truth to that. The King of Cups in reverse. Somebody who, I was on a live stream one day that Nicki was doing. I think I mentioned it here before. And I remember saying to myself, Kenny Petty really thought that what Nicki was saying, like Nicki was talking crazy on that, like that live stream. And Kenny was sitting back there laughing like this shit was funny. Like, you know how you see a person on like Canal Street, y'all not from New Orleans, but you see like a little crazy person and they be doing some crazy stuff in the, on the corner, and you be thinking that shit funny. He thought it was funny. But he's the King of Cups in reverse. So even though Cardi may not have all the facts, there's something that's being said about Kenneth Petty. He's not to be trusted. He has the King of Cups in reverse. The King of Cups in reverse represents a dishonest, a double-dealing person, a manipulative person. She better watch him. It's like saying she really can't trust him. This is what it talks about. And even in her messages, in her next message here, it's like she's going to keep trying to sacrifice. You know, he's my first love. I had a baby with a man I'm in love with. Girl, he cannot be trusted. Look at, he is the king of cups in reverse. He literally is the king of cups in reverse. He is up to no good. So, you know, when you, like, you hear people repeating stuff, it's coming from somewhere. Even with that seven of cups in reverse, you got to pay attention to him. Because it's like saying he knows when, you know, you out of balance, you're online, he not stopping you. Most times your husband, your spouse, somebody that you with, they be like, hey, take it back. I remember when I got mad about something on YouTube. I remember my husband saying, hey, don't, let's back up. Back up. Don't do that. Don't go out. Don't allow yourself to be pulled into nonsense. Don't allow yourself to be pulled into mess, right? What happens to stopping her from doing some of this, right? I'm gonna keep it 100%. The minute you bring up any of my children, you're gonna get your ass whipped. I promise you that. I will be going to 1-800-1900 who want it. I'm gonna deliver it. The minute you even think you're gonna play with one of my kids, you're gonna say something about my kids, that's the minute you're gonna get your ass whipped. You dead wrong. Don't bring up people's kids. Don't talk about nobody kids. Kids is off limits. I will beat your ass right now today. Bring up my kid. I will threaten you. I will fly to you. I will get your ass some kind of way. You playing with people's kids. That don't Kids is off limits. Y'all could beef and do what y'all doing. Back and forth. I ain't give a damn about none of this shit until they brought up the kids. And that's when I was like, oh, hell no, we're going to talk about this. That's why I wrote on Instagram. Follow me on Instagram. I post every day on Instagram. That's why I wrote on Instagram. We have a lot to talk about. Because the one thing I don't tolerate is for y'all to be talking about nobody kids. And let me tell you something. You talk about my kid, anyone, I'm like, I got 2 kids. I'm going to beat your ass. I promise you that. That's going to be the day we're going to fall out. We're going to fight. We're going to do everything. Nola, put her hands on me, baby. I choked you up. I picked up a rock. I hit you in your head. Girl, a police came and I was still trying to get you, girl. I was in handcuffs and I was still trying to throw my fucking shoe off. Girl, the people put me in the back of the car and I was fucking banging my head, girl. Girl, I got out of that jail and was still by your damn house. What? Girl, they put a restraining on me and I got my damn twin sister to get your ass. Shit. Girl, what? Girl, I will beat your ass. Anyway, I digress. We talk about these people, kids. All right, so anyway, yeah, Kenneth Petty can't be trusted. All right? Can't be trusted. And to answer the question, eventually the relationship falls apart. And the reason why you see that is because they have 7 of Cups. This talks about they lose their way. Then she realizes he's not to be trusted. She does get her messages, like she starts to see the cracks in the relationship, etc., etc. All right? So just to clear that up. Cardi matches energy like no other, period. They both went for the kids. I don't like you, Vanessa. Don't keep kids off limits. Even like, you know, Nicki brought up Culture, kept putting Culture's name, the way Culture spells her name. So Nicki was disrespectful. And then Cardi went to hell with it. The baby got autistic, the baby's nonverbal. I mean, I was just confused. I was like, why are the kids in it? Drug men exploiting strippers. Indigo, I'm going to show you a comment, Phoenix. Indigo. Okay. Well, you know, she got an album saying, I am the drama. She is the drama. Period. But we read before about them being jealous of each other. We read before about how they'll never be friends. We read before how they'll never see eye to eye. We read before about why Nicki feels the way she feels. We read all of this before. We have videos on this, right? People was telling me I was wrong. Look, we got videos on this. My first video on this channel was a Nicki Minaj video. Like, come on. A chick from the Bronx against... Wait, let me see what you writing. So Chanel said, thank you. I think that's... A chick from the Bronx against the chick from the Queens. They arguing the true New York way. They bring up the kids and the mom. Okay, girl. saying culture name being funny. That's what I'm saying. Like, you literally bringing up this lady's daughter and that old half-ass fucked up apology. You know, your gums big or your gums showing, and one day you gonna understand. Oh, yeah, no, keep the kids out of it. Nicki always hit below the belt. That's just like when she was talking about Meg Thee Stallion's dead mama. Terrible. Nicki was looking for protections. She say putting him in situations. One day she gonna put her husband in a situation that he can't get out of. Right? You went and ran with Kenneth Petty to get protection from the industry, but one day Kenneth Petty better be careful, because one day Nicki gonna have your dumb ass in jail. You are a criminal. You do have 15 mug shots. Okay. It came out. That's exactly how they argue in New York. They bring up your daddy. You know, I'm from New Orleans, so me and my sister always talk about this. We stop at the kids, because once you start bringing kids in, we about to fight. So I don't even bring up kids. I remember when before my mom went to college, because my mom had us when she was young. Then she went to beauty school. She had a fight in beauty school because a lady brought me and my sister up. And so when she was in beauty school, she actually had a fight. I was so surprised and shocked. That's what I'm saying. My mama had a fight. That's because somebody brought up her kids. She went back to school. She got her associate's degree, then her bachelor's, and she has her master's. She had a master's from Xavier University. But I remember when she was younger and she was in beauty school, my mom literally had a fight because a lady called herself talking about me and my sister. And my mom had a fight in beauty school. I was so shocked. I was so shocked. Trust me, I was listening like I was a little kid in the back seat, just like, oh Lord, Mama, she had a fight. My goodness, Mom's always been such a lady. Chill. Okay. Okay, so let me see what y'all got. I'm just telling y'all a little personal stuff. They have beautiful children. Nicki's son is gorgeous. They need to knock it off. All the kids are beautiful. All the kids are beautiful. All of them. Cardi has black kids. She was trying to tell her to watch her words when talking about her black women. Yeah. It came out that Cardi was saying things about Papa Bear first. Oh, gotcha. I gotcha. All I know is that I heard her saying something about telling her son about raping women when women say no. I'm like, what? Where is that coming from? Minaj don't want no other females to take her spot. Ooh. They can't. Numbers don't lie. Okay, like, comment, subscribe. Book your readings at BlueNolaTarot.com. Thank you, Miss Rain. I appreciate you, girl. I didn't talk about her dead mom. She said she lied. She still brought up her dead mom. If you bring up my dead mom, whether you said I lied on my mom, if you bring up my mom at all, I'm going to beat your ass. How about that? Whether you say she lied, don't bring up my mom at all. Like, at all. Like, I'm telling you, like, don't bring up my mom. It don't matter what the conversation was. I lied. I told the truth. I was happy. I was sad. I was, I touched some grass. Bring up my mom and see what happened. Period. I'm telling you right now. Bring up my dead mom. That'll be the day. Yeah. That'll be the day we're going to have a problem. Shouldn't be bringing up nobody mama. At all. You could say she was lying without bringing up her mama. Her mama dead. You got to create a strong case for what reason? Do you think this is all a distraction? For what, Hannah? For what? Alright, any other questions about, is Cardi B and this man, they're going to be together? Energy around Stephon Diggs and Cardi B. Seems like she announced the pregnancy. He been missing ever since, huh? Give me the energy around Stephon Diggs and Cardi B. Girl. Offset 2.0, huh? She don't have no discernment. Girl, like, you ain't got the discernment that God gave you, girl. Like, you literally went from bad to worse. And now he up here, he done got accused of even molesting a man. You know what I'm saying? Ugh. Girl, the relationship ain't gonna last. Lack of awareness. This talks about rejection, This talks about us hearing more nonsense. This talks about him being blamed for some other stuff. Girl, Cardi don't like black women. All right, Marsha. I'll be ready to fight my mom's sister when they make me mad. Let me show you a comment. Now that I believe she is a prophet. Oh, I thought I saw her say that. I know Cardi's into something because she was trying to do some one day she had on like a real pretty outfit, but I guess she was saying she was doing spirituality, maybe doing some tarot or something. I don't know. They even look alike. Let me see. They even look alike. She needs to go to her Beba for guidance. She seems super happy. Barbara don't like black women either. He got babies popping out. Stephon Diggs got babies popping out. I believe they are using spiritual work, not just Cardi. Gotcha. Everybody to some degree use spiritual work. Cardi's a fool. Give me the energy around the guy Stephon Diggs in that one. The case about him, the man accused Stephon Diggs of some inappropriateness. Was there any romantic energy between Stephon Diggs and that man? Give me the energy around. Yep. They have the Ace of Wands and the King of Cups. Knight of Cups. Those are romantic cards. That's like saying there was some type of connection between them. Ace of Wands is like passion. Ace of Wands is a passion aspect. It could represent desire. And then the Knight of Cups represents attraction between, that's an attraction aspect. And this talking about two men. So when you see the Nine of Cups, that could represent a lover. That could represent some advances being made. That could represent some type of like connection, pursuing each. So it does show Cardi. What Nicki call a man? Hey, ain't none of my business. I think she said trade, but Cardi called the man a trade. It's right here. So she went and got pregnant for the man, and the man definitely But even before Nicki said that, even before that man came out, he gave me that energy. If I have any gay men in the chat, did he give you the same energy? Did he give you the energy like he's gay? Did he give you the energy like he might be a trade? Like, I don't know if that's the right terms, but did he give you the energy like he give you some bisexual energy? He gave me bisexual energy. So even before Nicki said this, I was saying he looks like he's bisexual. He got bisexual energy. Does he have somebody else pregnant? Give me the energy around Stephon Diggs. Cardi don't give a damn. She said we gonna figure this out together. Does Stephon Diggs have anybody else pregnant? Other women pregnant? And if not, there's a baby in those cards. So there's something about a baby. Something about him and a baby. The relationship is already broken. Like he's not really with the person. Something about a baby. But the baby is falling in his future position too, y'all. But talks about a baby. Let me see what y'all write. Stephon. Somebody Papa Bear. Wait, somebody see. I don't believe Nicki is bipolar. The truth teller will always look crazy. I don't mind her being a truth teller, but she does come off with a little bit, Janae. She does come off with a little bit of manic energy, right? You got to keep it real. It's one thing to be a truth teller. It's one thing to look like you're kind of unhinged. And she gives me a little unhingedness, like, I don't know if that's a word, but it's okay to be a truth teller. I could be a truth teller, right? But sometimes she be giving me like a little manic, a little something going on, right? You could be a truth teller without looking like something's happening. Like sometimes she give me like like, is she okay? Like, it's concerning. It does make me feel concerned. Like, is she okay? I don't mind her telling the truth, but sometimes it just, and maybe Nicki's a conspiracy theorist too, right? One of these people that she be watching all these conspiracy stories and she starts going down the rabbit hole. Like, she starts going too far with the conspiracy stuff. Not that some of the stuff she's not saying is the truth. I believe there's a lot of truth to what she's saying. But sometimes the way she act can kind of make you feel like something's going on. So it's okay to be the truth teller, but keep your composure. Make sure you're based in reality. And it's like I do tarot, right? Somebody might think that's weird, that's wild. But the one thing I do try to keep in my perspective is balance. And the one thing that I do try to do is whether I'm doing tarot or pendulum or whatever I'm doing, I'm going to keep it real with your ass. I'm not playing no games. That's one thing I'm going to do. One thing you're going to walk away knowing is I got all my senses. Somebody said Papa Bear and Culture are going to be this generation Romeo and Juliet. I doubt it. Stephon Diggs. I call him Stephon Diddy. Okay. I saw somewhere he had someone else pregnant, but I can't remember. He has a pregnancy aspect in him. Does Nicki Minaj have an album coming out in March? Does Nicki Minaj have music coming out in soon? Woo! These cards be flying everywhere. Six of Swords, Justice card, Eight of Wands, project coming out. She gonna let y'all know. People are gonna be waiting. She might even tour with that. Yes, a positive. Something's coming out. Okay, but it shows she's gonna keep you posted. And then this is her going on tour, traveling. Well, these both represent the move to travel. So she might do some maybe a concert or two. I don't know. Will he eventually come out is the question. No, he'll be in the closet. I believe Nicki is schizo for real. That's where all those characters come from. Oh, I love Roman Revenge. I love it. Woo, woo, let the Dungeon Dragon. I like that. So the man is gay. I say the man is bisexual. She doesn't have discernment with men for real. Diggs gives me gay vibes. I like Nicki Minaj. I think Nicki Minaj is BP, bipolar. So he is on Nick Cannon's vibes. Tasha K said today that his 9 baby mamas was in the hospital. Ooh. He has several baby mamas that she does and that she is using. Barbara is MAGA and experiencing spiritual psychosis. She's on something. Very unhinged when you were up for several days. She rants like that one drunk uncle. She rants like that one drunk uncle that was hurt back in 1975. It won't let the hurt go. Oh my God, this is too funny. Why is this saying this? Annie, you are so funny. He just had a baby and has one on the way. Oh, wow. Oh, my God. I like the video as you come in. Thank you. Did she ever explain why she named Roman after? That is too funny. Let me read this again. She rants like that one drunk uncle who was hurt back in 1975 and won't let the hurt go. Oh my God, hilarious. That made my day. That made me laugh. All right. Y'all are just too funny. Thank you for that good laugh, girl. I needed that laugh. That is too funny. Oh my goodness. Well, we appreciate all the good music that, Nicki Minaj has given us. And we, all of that. But she definitely needs to stop the shenanigans. I mean, honestly, like, sometimes she be online. She be doing the most. I be like, She lined everyone up. Yeah, that's true. There's a lot of truth to what she be saying, though, y'all. Even though she be ranting and even though she be kind of coming off manic, there's some truth to what she be saying. There's some Jay-Z be behind the scene on bullshit. I agree with that. That lady Desiree Perez be on bullshit. Cardi and Nicki be taking shots at each other on bullshit. Her what's his boy name? Quavo, she mentioned him. He was on bullshit. We did a reading on him a long time ago. So none of the stuff she's saying don't sound, none of the stuff that she's actually saying does, is no made up. It's not made up. I believe some people did her dirty, but I'm not sure if everyone she hates did. Baby mama culture is too much. Are the drug rumors true? I feel like she's on something for sure. What did Lil Kim start about them? Lil Kim tweeted too. Will Lil Kim ever collab her with Cardi B? Ooh, that's a good one. Is there any reason in the world why people think Cardi B do okay? Is is it a spell or something? Jay-Z is a snake and a thief. A lot of truth to it. Hey, Blue Nola, what's up? Hey, Nisha. Will Beyonce ever take up for Jay-Z? That's crazy how she still following Beyonce, dragging her husband to hell. Isn't that crazy? The question is, will Lil Kim and Cardi B ever do a collab? I could see that. That would be some time from now. Seven of Pentacles, eventually going down that path. But you know how long that is? That's like 1 to 7 years from now. How long this, I can see that. Will Beyonce ever take up for Jay-Z? She just let Nicki Minaj pounce on him? Give me the energy around. Will Beyonce ever stand up for Jay-Z? Will she ever take up? She didn't even step in when Jay-Z and her sister got into it. Will she ever step up for Jay-Z? She gonna keep her hands folded. You see, that's the 4 cups. Hands folded. Not doing nothing, not saying nothing. Don't like it, but not stepping up. 4 cups, you see that man got his hand folded? That's like saying she ain't doing that. Her sister was kicking the hell out the man in the elevator. She ain't do a damn thing. She stood back. She stood back and just stood back. She didn't do a damn thing. Your Barbara deserves a smart, wise man who can keep her balanced. The fan needs to stop fanning the flames. Let people be happy and celebrate their accomplishments. I agree. Beyonce just gonna cast a spell. And girl, get in the corner and start saying, get it, get it, get it, get it, get it, eat it, eat it, eat it, eat it, eat it, eat it. Make the get this kitty, 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 whatever, time, da 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 da, beam boom pop pow, busting on the ass, busting on the ass. She ain't think about y'all. I would have said something. She ran up on 50 Cent. Well, running up on a man is different than running up on a woman. Okay? A lot of women will run up on a man and say, stop playing in my face. But when they run up on a woman, that might result in an actual fight. Notice women will run up on men real quick before they run up on another woman. Okay? I saw a video where Jay-Z have her drugged up from the old security guard. Wow. Will this fake rap career keep working for Cardi B? Oh! A whole lot of other people's business say, will this fake rap career work out for Cardi B? Give me a 1 if you liked her album. Give me a 2 if you did not. Cardi B, give me a 1 if you liked her album. Give me a 2 if you did not. Cardi B album. Give me a 1 if you liked the album. Give me a 2 if you did not. 10 of Pentacles. She'll continue to see success. A lot of people like it, girl. Well, she said a fake rap career. 3 of Pentacles, people champion her. 6 of Cups, people connect with her. There's still, even though it took her a long time to get there, She got the Three of Pentacles and the Six of Cups. Three of Pentacles is 3 years later, 3 years and 6 months later, she's still doing what she gotta do, chill. Let me see what she's saying. A lot of people said that 1.5 benzo. She said 1.5 mid. Okay. How does Offset feel about Cardi B's pregnancy? Ooh, that's a good question. I didn't listen to it. Oh, okay, gotcha. Gotcha. Very relatable. She's very annoying to me. Complain too much. Always got a problem. She's annoying. But you know what she has, though, in her messages when that just popped out? That represents, even though Cardi does come off like she tough, she's strong, that represents she be having anxiety. That represents she be letting herself get distracted. That represents she worry a lot. That's what that Seven of Pentacles in reverse represent. Like she as much as she be acting so tough, she be stressing. All right. So the question was, what was that question somebody just asked me? Okay. It was a good album to me. I listened to it all. There were numbers on solid tracks, more solid than not. Okay. All right. Please like the video. I wish Cardi was a little bit more polished. Oh, that's true. But that's what makes her Cardi. She don't have her mama going to ride for her. Yeah, she needs to stop with the clap backs. She just get on my nerves sometimes because it's like saying you just constantly bringing negativity into your life. You know, like you're constantly bringing energy. Like you got to think about like don't stop allowing so much negativity to be in your life. Stop allowing the devil to tap dance at your door. Stop allowing people to have so much power over you. That's the only thing I don't like sometimes because I feel like that's like we're like you're allowing too much. You're giving too much energy to the enemy, to the devil. Okay, I got you now. Thank you for repeating that question. How does Offset feel about Cardi's pregnancy with Stefan Diddy? This will be our last question. Do y'all want to come back tomorrow? And then if you want to come back tomorrow, tell me who y'all want to see while I'm doing this last question. And we can come back tomorrow. If it's fuzzy, we'll just stay on until it evens out. And thank you for coming through. Don't forget to like, comment, subscribe. Don't forget to share if you care. Oh, thank you. You know what happens? I take a break and I'm doing my clients and I'm busy with my family. And then the day turns into a week. The week turns into 2 weeks. A week turns into 3 weeks. Another week comes. And then next thing you know, it'd be like it'd be like so much time missing. And I'm like, damn, I didn't intend to do that. You know what I'm saying? Give me the energy around, because I'm still doing my clients. Give me the energy around, how does Offset feel about Cardi's pregnancy? Ooh, he don't like it. He don't like it. He don't like it at all. So he has first messages to feel negativity. It represents affecting his ego. It represents depression. He also has a message around disputes. He has that message around arguments, disputes, not agreeing with it. He does have the message around feeling anxiety. Like, let me say this. Men do not like all that. You know, like when, a man can go have a baby with another person and it's like women just kind of go with the flow. But when women go do it, it's like it's all hell breaking loose. Seven of Swords, messy, petty, catty, whatever. World card in reverse, world and fell apart, child. That's like saying he could be going through moments of depression, moments of feeling stagnant, feeling like he let himself down, he let his family down. But he hasn't. Then it talks about self-reflection. This can also mean he spy on her too. Like that hermit represents to spy on her. So that means he'd probably be on all the Cardi hate pages. He be probably sitting there rubbing his hand like Birdman with her and Nicki Minaj be getting into it. Because that's the way it's somebody getting at her without him getting at her, right? Because when you see that Seven of Swords, that Seven of Swords is like a person who they like to see you be hurt. They like to see you be affected. They like to see somebody get at you, right? Because think about this for a second. Somebody bringing up your kids and you just sitting there, as vocal as you are, somebody bringing up your kids and you not saying a motherfucking thing. You know why? Because you secretly enjoying it. You rubbing your hands like Birdman, secretly enjoying it. Nicki Minaj tearing her up, tearing her down. That's what you're doing. This is your kids. You stand up and you say, keep my kids off the shit. But you ain't doing none of that because you like to see, the one thing you want to see is Cardi be what? Tore down, hurt, mad. You ain't saying none of that. You think you gonna sit here, you be online talking about everything else. Was in the gossip of the city when they said who the baby for, and you say not mine. But you ain't saying nothing to Nicki Minaj about talking about your kids. She didn't brought up culture. She didn't brought up the other boy. You ain't saying that. She even brought up the baby talking about Cardi Cardi having sex, getting raw dog pregnant. She even brought up the other baby, and you not saying nothing. That tell you right there. That tell you right there everything you need to know. Because most people would have jumped in there. Girl, you don't even be talking about my damn kids. You gonna sit your ass down. But see, he ain't gonna say nothing because he don't want Nicki Minaj to start spilling no tea on his ass. See? That's two things that's happening, right? So he want Cardi to look stupid, but he also don't want to get his ass under the bus because you know Nicki start pulling the receipts. And then, you know, Nicki fan pages start getting on receipts. And next thing you know, he start getting into shit. Alright, so who y'all say y'all want to do tomorrow? JT, Uzi, and we'll do Cardi B again. Okay. Blossom wasn't she with Quavo? Yep. Who else y'all say you want to do tomorrow? Put y'all suggestions now so I can put the thumbnail together. Romesia Meeks. Romesia Meeks. Okay, anybody else? Who we doing tomorrow? So far, we only got JT, Uzi, Cardi B. Stefan again? Okay, who else? Who else, y'all? If y'all don't think of anybody, I'm going to put some people on the thumbnail. Offset. Well, we already talked about Offset. Please look it up. Okay. Anybody else before we go? Will you tell your daughters about this story too? Cardi handling it. She's clapping back with zingers. Meghan Markle and Prince Harry. Meg Markle and Prince Harry. Taylor Swift engagement. Okay. Y and Melly. Mariah Carey and I want to do that one too. Mariah and Anderson .Paak. Jay-Z. Well, that might be a good one too. Lotto and 21 Savage. We got JT already. Okay. Jay-Z's casino deal. Okay. Mariah Carey. We got Mariah Carey right here. I'll put an asterisk behind him. Alright. Who else? That's it. Okay. So we got Mariah Carey, Anderson .Paak. We got Jay-Z, Uzi, Cardi B. We got Stefan, Offset. I guess we'll touch on Cardi again. We got Meghan Markle and Prince Harry. Taylor Swift and her engagement to Kelsey, the Kelsey guy. We got Ryan Melly case. We got Jay-Z and the casino deal. We got Lotto and 21 Savage. And then somebody named Rumisa Meek's story. Diddy judge. We kind of talked about the Diddy judge already on this one. Does 21 have a wife and kids? We'll talk about that tomorrow. Trump's health. I almost feel like you got to be careful talking about Trump now because he literally is trying to silence people. He's literally trying to silence people. It's terrible. Rod Waves money. Rod Waves money? Oh, Eric Adams. I can't stand him. Y'all saw he fell out the race because they froze up his money for his run. They froze up his assets. I think he can't get access to the money for his whatchamajig. Yandy Mendices. Okay, we got enough. Oh, what about the story where a girl was found in a Tesla? Ooh, that's a good one. I think we're gonna start off with that one tomorrow. Girl found in Tesla. Think the guy's name was David with a 4 in it. David. We might start off with that tomorrow. Oh, he was paying his side chick when Eric Adams was paying his side chick $140,000. Child. Glorilla and Brandon Ingram. Glorilla is actually in a lawsuit with a lady from David and Celeste. Her name is Celeste. Glorilla's in a lawsuit. Glorilla's in a lawsuit with a lady from New Orleans about stealing her lyrics. Y'all saw that? Something about she stole some lyrics from a local lady in New Orleans. It's so many hot topics. Yep, we can talk tomorrow. So tomorrow, I'm just going to come back. And if you see me going in and out of the live because I'm trying to fix it, just don't worry. All right. So, okay. So that is it. I will talk to y'all later. Don't forget to like, comment, subscribe. Don't forget to share if you care. I have Lotto already. We got D4. She always stealing something. So much fun. Oh, thank you. The live is kind of, going fuzzy, but I just let it go. I like what she sings down to earth. Thank you. You're welcome. Thank you, Paradise. Thank you to everybody that came. I'm happy that I came back. I did release an old video from that I had. I just released it. It was just sitting there, so I just released it. So make sure you just hit the like button on that. Don't forget to hit the like button on this. And as always, you can book with me at BlueNolaTarot.com. Take care. Stay blessed. Bye. I think that's it, y'all. We out here. I'm a female titan. I'm stepping on bitches. I'm showing my titties. I tore up the city.